This is Ralph Lawrence. Ralph works in human resources for Liberty Energy. He wants to ensure that the company knows where their employees are, whether they are working from home, are fully enabled from a skills perspective, and are following the correct policies. Ralph also wants to ensure that company-wide communication has been communicated to the right roles. As Ralph is primarily responsible for communication, he's been pivotal in setting up this portal within WFH Impact Manager. As an HR manager, he can see all of the processes he needs to use to do his job and all of the IT he requires. In an emergency situation such as COVID-19, then the HR personnel also need to ensure they are enabled with WFH. If Ralph clicks on his Teams I Manage tab, he can see all of the resources for his team, including the team members. He can see that he hasn't set himself up as work from home, so let's go ahead and fix that. The HR role is very concerned with company-wide matters. The Company tab shows Ralph company-wide information. Not every role can see this type of information, and WFH Impact Manager is role-based, giving a personal view to each user. Clicking on the Communications tab, Ralph can plan all of the communication in the organization. Ralph can see here all of the communication and what status it is in. Ralph knows that the World Health Organization Coronavirus's Q&A is in progress, so he can move that from to do to in progress. Clicking on the Communication object, Ralph can see the details of the communication and what it relates to. As Ralph needs an overview of all employees, he can click on Organization. Here he can see all employees by name, role, and department. Ralph can use the filter functionality to filter on people that are not marked as work from home. For end users, Ralph can build in this filter directly into WFH Impact Manager so that it is readily accessible. Based off this filter, HR can then decide if this is accurate or not. Ralph also wants to make sure that his employees have the right skill sets to work from home. The Competencies tab allows Ralph to track and add skills training. Ralph knows that self-motivation is a critical competency for a home worker. Ralph can see that this is a soft skill and there is a link to online training. It's also a transferable skill across different roles. However, Ralph can see that there are no roles that this training has been assigned to yet. So this is something we could fix. He can also see any training plans that have been created and how this competency ties into it. There is a working from home plan being set up that also includes other skills. Finally, Ralph can also maintain some of the HR-focused policies for the company. He knows that a policy for home workers is key and that employees should have key performance indicators to track their progress. We can also see all of the roles in the organization this policy applies to and how we intend to enforce the policy. Links to external documents can be included here too. We have seen how the HR role is critical for home working. HR can manage the status of home workers, how the company communicates with them, what training plans they need, and how to manage business policies associated with them. WFH Impact Manager is a role-based application that provides a business-friendly 360-degree view of people, processes, IT policies, and compliance for any type of employee.